All right, so 10 after 9 on Saturday, and we are officially on the road. We just left the house. Actually, let me hit the tripometer. Okay, 0 miles, leaving Goshen, Mississippi. Aiden's chilling in the back. He's got a little bed. We've got a relatively about 6 or 6.5 hour drive today up to Arkansas. We are going to make one quick stop about an hour north of here. My mom, or Aiden's Nana, is meeting us with some car snacks. So we're gonna go get some stuff she made us. All right, 4.2 miles from my house, and we are getting on I-10 eastbound towards Mobile. I'm gonna go up here and take a north, road to head north to Arkansas. Hey Aiden, you wanna hear something cool? See behind us, in 16 days we're going to be coming back the other way, which is pretty neat. Well, we met Nana and she made Aiden, what'd she make you, Aiden?
Cookies and oyster crackers and walnuts.
So we just took a left in Belzoni, Mississippi, and we're headed west towards the river. The Mississippi Delta is a unique place. Just flat. Flat everywhere. Welcome to the campground. So I just pulled this off the campfire for our meal and brought it back to the tent. I'm gonna take a look around our tent.
You're not funny.
Yeah, I know, I'm not funny. No, so y'all are probably asking yourselves, I thought you guys were going on a truck camping tour. Why are you staying in a hotel the first day you leave? Well, apparently, Hot Springs is real popular during Memorial Day, and I'm sure a lot of parks are. And so I could not find a campsite anywhere close, to be honest. And I thought about getting a hotel in Hot Springs, but they were probably 3 times of what I'm paying for this one. We're in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It's gonna be a short little hour and 15-minute drive to Hot Springs in the morning. We're gonna get it first thing, eat the free hotel breakfast, and head out. Talk to y'all then. I've got My Side of the Mountain playing. I downloaded it on Audible for us to listen to. It's one of the books we picked. And apparently Aiden doesn't appreciate it as much as I did when I read it when I was his age. All right, so we just made it to Hot Springs. I guess I misread. The website said the park opened at 5, and I thought that was odd, but I thought that meant the visitor center. So we've got about 40 minutes to wait till they open at 9. So we're gonna take a little hobble around just the vicinity. We're parked in a parking lot right next to it. I see some springs nearby. We're just gonna kind of check stuff out for a few minutes till they open. 477.4 miles so far to get to Hot Springs. Hot Springs. And I wanted to pass on one more note. Get there early. Aiden and I drove over from Pine Bluff, and we left the hotel early, and we got there a little before 8:30, found a parking spot right next to the bathhouses. And one note, on Saturday and Sunday, all the meters are free. So it's free parking right next there. It was a very short walk to the visitor center. And the hot spring that we made the tea was right across the street from where we parked. So get there early, because when we left at 9:45ish, it was absolutely packed. It took us forever to get out of the little main strip, just to get out of town, because the traffic was so bad.
That means a
Chocolate
roof
roll
and
capital
doors.
of the world.
The
She
what?
got awfully mad at those
Sign said
newspaper
chocolate
stories
roll
inferring
capital
that she had not done her duty.
This is the chocolate capital of the world?
Chocolate roll.
Oh, chocolate roll, okay. I was about to say there's like 2 houses here. Well, Mr. Carpetbagger, we got something in this territory called a Missouri boat ride. Hey, Aiden,
What?
we're in Branson. You want to go see a country show?
Dolly Parton's cowgirl show.
You want to go see it?
No.
Well, we finally made it to Knob Nostrip State Park here in Missouri. 6.5 more hours down on our journey. This is just a overnight transient type park. We're just going to camp here because it broke it down into the roughly 6-hour segments I was looking for. I think we went 860 miles since we've left yesterday, and we're going to Palisades State Park tomorrow in Sioux Falls, and it's about another 450 miles, another 6.5 hours drive. But anyway, we're here. The campsite's okay. I mean, it's nice and clean. It's just there's no privacy whatsoever. I mean, you kind of stacked up on each other, but like I said, it's fine. We're just gonna stay overnight. I'm about to cook some dinner here in a little while. Then we'll start a fire, even though it is 92 degrees. It's hotter here than it was in South Mississippi. You know, Hot Springs, we weren't there long. It was really, that stop was more of an afterthought. That wasn't on our original plans. But we added it on there because when I got to where I wanted to break it up into roughly 6-hour segments, I needed to stop somewhere in Arkansas, and that kind of made sense to hit another national park while we were there. So, but it was a nice park. I can't really review it, I guess, because all we did was go to the bathhouse row. We went to the museum, and we went to the gift shop, and then we made some tea. You know, y'all saw those videos, and then Aiden filled his water bottle up, and then we left. We were there an hour and a half. As far as mobility goes, I mean, it's fine. It's an urban environment with sidewalks. I'm not really sure the sidewalks necessarily met ADA requirements, but they've probably been there 60 years. So, but overall, that one little stretch in front of the bathhouses, there's no mobility issues whatsoever. So, but Hey, Aiden.
What?
Look, it's your favorite airport. Did you like that airport when we flew here last year? This next stretch of road from the Kansas City airport up to Omaha, Nebraska, up to Cedar, what's it called? Council Bluffs, Iowa, right next to Omaha. Aiden and I actually flew into Kansas City last June and drove up to Omaha. We're huge Mississippi State fans, and we came up here last June and watched Mississippi State win the last 2 games to win the national championship. So this stretch of road is the only stretch of road on this entire trip, besides the roads in Mississippi, that I've ever driven on, and it's going to be a long 2.5 hours. This road's pretty desolate, and there's nothing but farmland, and I mean, not much else. A couple convenience stores and a McDonald's from what I can remember. But we'll knock it out, and we'll update you later. And this drive is stressful. It is windy, and it is flat, and the wind's hitting us from the left side, and it is not pleasant at all. Well, we just made it to Iowa. There was a construction zone on both sides of the state line, and so I was having to focus on driving. I couldn't get the camera out, but it's on. We're in Iowa now, and have 253 miles to go to get to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So just driving in this wind, the wind has laid down. And that wind is no joke. We just stopped at a rest area in Iowa to use the restroom, and man, I live on the coast and been through a lot of tropical storms and stuff, and this stuff is approaching tropical storm force. It's hard to open the car doors, and I really wish I'd have had
Not here because it flies open if you open it for 2 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. And I really wish I'd had the GoPro going when we got out of the car. I obviously didn't want to take it into the restroom. But when Aiden opened his door when we got here, a Cheeto bag that he'd been munching on flew out of the car.
A granola bar.
And he took off down there, chasing that thing around for a good 20, 30 seconds. And there's a fence over there where those trees are before it goes into like a little pond. And right before it got to the fence, he actually dove on it. So good job, Aiden.
And I cut myself on my foot.
So that we can't call you a litter bug. All right, we're still making really good time. We're a little bit north of Council Bluffs, like I said, at this rest area. And we've got 177 miles to go. Talk to y'all later. Aiden, we're in South Dakota.
Go study the maps.
Yay!
South Dakota, yay!
This is what we do.
Wind, still windy as all get out. And you see that I-90, Interstate 90? You know, we live on I-10, like a right off I-10. Well, that's the most southernmost. I-10's the southernmost interstate that goes all the way across the country, and 90 is the northernmost that goes all the way across the country. It's pretty cool, huh? Man, what a day. What a day. Driving in wind for like 4 straight hours. I mean, like really bad wind. From North Missouri all the way through Iowa and pretty much all the way to Sioux Falls. And even Aiden commented, it seems like when we got 10 minutes away from Sioux Falls, it was like totally calm. Like even the wind turbines they have in this part of this part of the country weren't turning. But anyway, we got to the camp in Palisades State Park. Here's our campsite. You can see we're on our air mattress. We're not going to put the little tent up tonight because I don't want to pack wet gear. But anyway, I was about to light the fire to get our dinner going, and we were going to do some chicken and pineapple shish kebabs with some mushrooms, and I was about to light the fire, and this really nasty cloud blew up. So now we're sitting in here waiting for the weather to hopefully not come, but it's getting pretty cool outside, and the wind's picking up, so I have a feeling the bottom's about to fall out.
I call myself.
Well, so the rain finally stopped, and Aiden is skewering up our supper. We're having chicken and pineapple skewers, and there's obviously way too much for both of us, but we'll save it and eat some for lunch tomorrow or something. That chicken, actually, I cut that up before we left our house. We were supposed to have chicken soft tacos last night, but we were both so exhausted we just ended up eating popcorn and just snacks. But anyway, so Aiden's doing that, and I bought some mushrooms at the little store up here, that little small grocery store I told you all about. So I've got those in there with some butter and salt and pepper and some little soy sauce. So we're about to eat dinner. The sun has come back out. That cloud has gone away. Pretty cool campsite. Yeah, so today was a pretty rough day. I've already talked about all the wind that was going on, which was crazy. Driving 4 hours straight with being blown off the road. And the other thing, and sorry for the sun, but the shell on top of my car, man, it was acting like a sail. But anyway, it was a rough day. I didn't really get much sleep last night. My feet were hurting. I woke up about 2:30 or 3. My feet were really hurting and I couldn't go back to sleep, which, I mean, that's pretty common at my house too, in my own bed. So lack of sleep, super windy conditions. We got here and it's raining. It's beautiful now. We're about to eat supper. Aiden's off exploring. He's having a good time.
We're on a journey. I got my kebab. It's a little bit crispy, but it'll be okay. Sorry if it's shaky. I'm gonna have to finish this before I go up there because there's a little bit of climbing involved. Mud trap. Wait, I went the wrong way. I'm so brilliant. Finished it just in time. As you can see, that's the end. I don't know my zoom in.